It was a tranquil Sunday evening in England, where the world seemed to pause, wrapped in a blanket of stillness. The streets lay empty, save for the occasional whisper of the wind rustling through the trees. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, as the last rays of light flickered out. In this serene moment, life felt predictable, almost mundane. The distant sound of a lone car echoed, but it was quickly swallowed by the silence. As night fell, the stars twinkled like diamonds scattered across a velvet canvas, and the soft glow of street lamps illuminated the empty roads. Little did anyone know that this calm would soon be shattered, replaced by a cacophony of chaos that would transform the very fabric of their reality. The stage was set for a dramatic awakening, one that would change everything. Morning broke with an unsettling vibrancy, the sun spilling its golden light across the city. As I stepped onto the balcony, the air crackled with tension. A loud noise shattered the peaceful morning, and my heart raced as I peered down to see the army flooding the streets, their presence a stark contrast to the previous night's tranquility. Soldiers moved with purpose, blocking off roads and urging civilians to remain indoors. Confusion reigned as bewildered faces turned towards the officers, seeking answers that never came. The soldiers' eyes held a haunting depth, as if they carried the weight of unspeakable horrors. Above, 5 helicopters sliced through the sky, casting shadows on the ground below. The sun, now a glaring witness to the unfolding drama, illuminated the chaos. I felt a pull to understand what was happening, a need to venture beyond the confines of my home and uncover the truth lurking in the shadows. With a mix of trepidation and determination, I slipped out of my apartment, the door closing behind me with a finality that echoed in my mind. The path to the city was eerily quiet, devoid of the military presence that had dominated my neighborhood. As I navigated the alleyways, a sense of foreboding washed over me. Suddenly, screams pierced the air, drawing me toward the source. What I witnessed was a nightmare come to life. People in a frenzy, blood painting the streets as the dead rose to wreak havoc. Panic surged through me as 2 grotesque figures lurched toward me, their hollow eyes filled with hunger. In a desperate bid for survival, I looked down and I seized a piece of wood from the floor and struck, adrenaline fueling my every move. Covered in blood and the remnants of chaos, I fled back home, my heart pounding. Bursting through the door, I found my girlfriend's terrified gaze. "Shh," I urged. "Something is happening out there." I needed supplies, food, petrol, anything to prepare for the storm that had descended upon us. The world had transformed into a haunting tableau of despair, where echoes of chaos reverberated through the desolate streets. Shadows danced in the flickering light of abandoned storefronts, and the air was thick with the metallic scent of blood. Among the wreckage, a soldier lay motionless, a grim reminder of the battle that raged outside. I approached cautiously, my heart pounding, as I reached for his weapons, a Glock 17 and a ceremonial sword. The weight of the sword felt reassuring in my grip, a symbol of defiance against the encroaching darkness. I slipped the Glock into its holster, readying myself for the perilous journey ahead. As I crept down an alleyway, the sight of zombies lurking around a nearby shop sent a chill down my spine. With a quick glance, I counted their numbers, 30 in total. My mind raced as I formulated a plan to distract them, knowing that survival depended on my cunning. With a swift motion, I picked up a brick from the ground and hurled it toward a parked car, triggering an alarm that shattered the eerie silence. The undead turned, drawn to the cacophony, and I seized the opportunity to slip into the shop. Inside, the shelves were a treasure trove of supplies, and I filled my bag with essentials, canned food, water, anything that could sustain my family. Just as I was about to escape, a sudden movement caught my eye. A zombie lunged at me, its rotting hands grasping for my throat. In a frenzied struggle, I managed to throw it off, adrenaline coursing through my veins. Grabbing the sword, I struck again and again, the blade slicing through the air with a satisfying swish. Blood sprayed, painting the floor in a gruesome display. But I felt empowered. I had learned how to fight back, and with each victory, I grew bolder.